So let's study the types of fracture according to the etiology or cause. A fracture. What is a fracture? The fracture is a break in the continuity of a bond. That is a disruption or break in the continuity. We call it as a fracture. Fracture classified by the etiology. Traumatic fracture, stress fracture, and pathological fracture. Stress fracture are also called as a fatigue fracture. Then let's study the traumatic fracture first. So we are all familiar with this traumatic fracture that is the most commonly when occur when the significant or extreme force is applied to a bone. So that is a fracture occur due to trauma such as a fall, sports injury, car accident or direct blow to the bone. So in this case, most fractures seen in our day-to-day practice are traumatic fracture. Next is a pathological fracture. So what is a pathological fracture? It is nothing but a fracture through a bone that has been made weak by some underlying disease. A trivial or no force may be required to cause such a fracture. Why? Because the bone is already weakened by some underlying disease. For example, the fracture through a bone weakened by metastasis. Another example is osteoporosis. Osteoporosis means in old age the bone is so weak that is a minor injury or minor fall may result in a fracture that is not seen in normal people. Stress fracture. What is a stress fracture? A stress fracture occurs when a small or moderate amount of force is applied repeatedly or repeatedly to a specific bone over time. So here a small or moderate force is applied for a long time on the same bone. With a stress fracture, the bond break but do not commonly become a displaced or misaligned. But with the stress, the bond breaks and result in the stress fracture. And stress fracture occurs when the muscle become fatigued and are unable to absorb added shock. Eventually, this fatigued muscle transfer the overload of stress to the bone. As a result, it is causing a tiny crack. So, in this type, the muscle is getting fatigued or weak. As a result, the muscle is not able to absorb the shock, added shock, and this fatigue is transferred from the muscle to the bone. And what it causes? It causes this fatigue causes a tiny crack resulting in the stress fracture.